Hello and welcome back to the On the Whistle podcast, and we are here in lovely Abidjan, Cote d'Ivoire. And again, we are lucky enough to be joined by an Equatorial legend, according to Jesus Uwana. He's a legend, and it's Emilio Nsue. Emilio, how are you doing, brother?
I am fine, thank you, my friend. Here, trying to enjoy this experience once again. So I am very happy to be here.
And Emilio, once, as you say, once again, you're at the Africa Cup of Nations, Guinea Equatorial at the Africa Cup of Nations, and once again, you're able to play way above your country. You're playing against Nigeria. You get a draw. I asked Jesus, and I've also spoken to Alberto Adioho-Ono, and I asked you the same question. What is the secret for you guys? Because you play Algeria, you play Nigeria, you play Tunisia, and you can beat these guys. You can get big results. You know, for you as the captain, what's the secret?
The secret, our stronger point is the group. We don't have any famous football player, any superstar, but as a group, I think we have one of the best. We are united. We are friends outside of football. So even we meet, we are in different class, but during the year we meet with our family many times. And I think this kind of group, at the end of the day, when you go to play on the pitch, you can feel that group that is united, and we are brothers, we are family.
I love that. And I want to hear a bit more about your story, because I think it's fascinating. And a lot of the players here are really, really interesting guys. Because for you, you're born and raised in Mallorca, in Spain. You know, growing up, was there a lot of Equatorial Guinean influence? You know, in your house, did you feel very Equatorial Guinean, or was it more kind of a Spanish upbringing?
Yes, I born in Mallorca, in Spain. My mom from Mallorca, my dad from Equatorial Guinea. So my dad, when I was young, all the time he was talking about the country. So I knew more or less everything. And when I was 21 years old, they called me, national team, they called me and they say, please, I want our player to come here. And in that time, for me, was amazing that idea, because for me it's a new adventure, a new way to think, to know my blood from where it's coming from. And for me, everything was very nice, and I decided to come very young. And to be honest, I had a great experience, and you know, this is my 12th year coming to Equatorial Guinea, and I am proud, and I am very happy with the people, with everything.
And you know, you mentioned that your father is Equatorial Guinean, so you grew up knowing about it, but you obviously weren't living there. For you, since joining the team, you've now been the captain for over a decade. Have you been able to kind of explore what it is to be Equatorial Guinean? Because now you travel back, you go there regularly. You know, what is your feeling since when you look back at your career? Whereas now, maybe at first you're Spanish mother, so there's a lot of Spanish there. You played for the youth team. Whereas now you're Equatorial Guinean, or how do you feel? Do you still feel Spanish? Tell me a bit about that.
I feel both.
Yeah.
The same. You know, at the end of the day, I born in Mallorca. I had my life in Mallorca, all my friends. But in the same time, I knew I had family in Equatorial Guinea, and I knew to know the country. I need to know where I come from, even my surname, my name, my family. So for me, I think this decision was one of the best in my life. And I am very happy because now I knew many new things and I learned another things. And I think it's very good when you have mix and you can know different mentality, different everything. So I am very happy, and even when I finish football, I will continue coming to Equatorial Guinea to try to know more about the country.
Yeah, and are there any kind of specific things that you've been able to experience? Because obviously as a footballer, you're always so busy. And even when you come back on international break, people think, oh, you're going back to Equatorial, but maybe you're not. Maybe you come for one game, Equatorial Guinea, then you have to go to Tunisia to play an away game. So you don't get to spend much time. Have you been able to, outside of football, on your holidays, been able to travel to Equatorial Guinea and spend time with family there and visit?
Yeah. Sometime. Usually, because for our work we don't have too much time.
Yeah.
But in the summer, 2 or 3 years after the games, I stay in Equatorial Guinea. I try to know family, I try to know the country, but I would like when I retire to know a little bit more, because it's too much that I have to discover, and Yes, for me, I feel that I am lucky, a lucky man to have Spain, to have Equatorial Guinea, both of them, and I will explore more.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have to ask, because I live in England, so I have to ask you. You know, you spent time in Middlesbrough and Birmingham. How did you find your time when you were playing in England?
One was of my best experience because the first 3 years I've been in Middlesbrough, and the supporters with me, they were very good.
Yeah.
And I had even, we went to Premier League. The year they were amazing. And also I don't have a very good English, but the English that I have, that I can try, I learn in Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
With my teacher, and I'm very happy. Another experience great for me, and I enjoy a lot with football because it was one of my dreams to play in Premier League, to play in Championship in England. And I got many friends, and yes, it was a very good, one of the best experience that I had in my life.
That's so interesting. And for you, you've played in so many different places now in your career. You know, in Mallorca, in Spain, La Liga, in the Championship, in the Premier League, like Bosnia, and then with Equatorial Guinea, you've played all over. You know, how do you feel like you've been able to enjoy the best of football in terms of being able to explore different countries and play in so many different places? Where a lot of players, you know, maybe who played with you in Mallorca, they play in La Liga or Segunda their whole life, and they don't get to explore all these other countries.
I think when you are as a kid, when you love football, when you enjoy playing football in the school and with your friends, I think that is the most important thing, no? In your head. Me, I enjoy football, I love football, so I prefer to play in attack position, like a striker or winger, but also I play as a defender, even central defender. So I love football, so I don't care. Better if I play in attack position, but if I have to play in another position, for me it's just to play football, it's the same, just to enjoy. And that's why I think many coaches say to me that they see always me in a good character, you know, and that I like to enjoy when I have to play in any position. So I think this is the most important thing, to love football.
Yeah, I have to ask you about that because it's something that you're very famous for. Is, you know, you play right back, you play center back, but you also are Equatorial Guinea's top scorer as a center forward. How did that happen? How did you go? Because even when you were younger, you played as a striker, you played further forward. When did it happen where you suddenly went from being a forward and attacker to suddenly you're playing at right back? How did that happen?
All my life, as you say, all my life I play in Mallorca as a striker. But in one moment in La Liga, one coach, Laudrup, said to me that I start to miss some chances as a striker, and he said to me, "You have to go a little bit down as a winger." And from there, I start to play as well good. I score goals. So from that moment, all the time, the coach said to me that they are happy because they can use me in any position. So in that moment, changed my life in position when I was in La Liga with Laudrup in Mallorca.
That's crazy. By next AFCON, you'll be in goal. You're moving back every year.
It's the only position left.
Exactly, it's the only one left. Don't tell Jesus, he'll be upset with you for taking his position. And I want to then, kind of bring it back to Equatorial Guinea, because one thing that I also find so interesting is you've been the captain right from the start. You came in and you became the captain. You've been the captain for so many years. Have you felt yourself change as a leader, whilst at first you were the young guy in the Equatorial Guinean team, but you were the captain, to now, you're the general, you're the old guy, you're, as Jesus said, you're his older brother, you're the leader of this team. And even Alberto Ediojo, one who I spoke to, said, all the guys, they love Emilio, they have so much respect for him. How has that impacted your career, being a captain for so many years?
First of all, for me, I feel a lucky guy, because when teammates they speak about me in that way, I feel proud. So, but to be honest, I didn't change too much. Now I am older. I have more experience.
Yeah.
But I remember when I came the first day, my character, try to give respect. To follow one line. I think for me it's very important to be humble, to follow the line, the rules. So from the first second when I came to Equatorial Guinea, I tried to give these vibes, you know. And I think the people, they like that because during 12 years I didn't change. Always I had my mentality for respect each other, to follow the rules, to be polite, and I think football is important, but also as a person you have to be a good person, and you have to be respectful with everyone, you know. So I think for that reason, also for the some goals that I score, but for that reason is the main thing that they think they have respect for me, you know, because I try to be everyone the same, you know. That's my how I think.
Yeah, and I want to ask you then about their head coach Juan Micha, you know, because there's been a growing trend of that we've seen in African football where a lot of the coaches, they'll maybe get some education in Europe, but a lot of them are now from the countries that they represent, you know, and we've seen people like Aliou Cisse, Ruger Bersong, Jamal Belmadi, Walid Regragui, and even Juan Micha is similar, isn't he? You know, he's done some stuff in Germany, been educated there in terms of the football, but he's Equatorial Guinean. And for you, what is he like working with, and how do you find kind of him as a coach?
To be honest, I'm very happy to have a coach from our country, because unfortunately, from 5-6 years ago, always they came coaches from outside that just they think about money, they think about things that are not football. They don't feel the country as a, they want to have target, they want to, you know, to improve. They just thinking personality, interesting about money. So for us it's amazing that one coach from Equatorial Guinea try to be prepared, to study a lot, to have the chance and to get it. And we are very proud of have our coach, and we try to help him. And I think you have the numbers, no? He's doing everything perfect, and I am very happy, and always he will have my support.
Yeah, and like you said, the numbers are there. They prove it. You've done so well. And for you, I then want to look a little bit at this tournament, because obviously you're in a very, very tough group again, you know, with Nigeria, host Cote d'Ivoire again, you have to play them again, and of course Guinea-Bissau. And you get that draw against Nigeria. Tell me a little bit about that game. How was it for you? Experiencing playing in the heat at that 2 o'clock match, but also being able to play again another giant like the Super Eagles.
For us was a very good point result. I think all my countries, they are very happy. But to be honest, we are working the last year very good. The last 2 years we didn't lose a game. So our mentality is that as a group we are better than them, and we knew that we are gonna have chance to win the game. And also we know that, because as I said before, always we try to be humble, and we know that the game is gonna be very tough. But you see, we are not scared from nobody, and we know that we can beat everyone. We show it with the result the last years, and we believe that we are very good. We don't have name, but we have a group, and as a group I think we can arrive. We don't know where.
I love it. Thank you so much, Emilio.
Thank you very much.
It's been great having you.
Thank you.
Love it. Absolutely love it.